when we have a coefficient y equals to e to the power ax, it's not possible for us to sketch that because the shape moves so slightly that we cannot discern it when we are sketching it on paper, but it can be shown when we plot that. For example, if you take a look over here, e to the power 2x, so this is what it looks like. It's slightly straightened, and when we have e to the power thrice x, it straightens a bit more, but it cuts the y-axis at the same place at the point 1, and the asymptote is also the same. So when we have these changes, the change is so slight in sketching, we are not able to show it. So y equals to e to the power 2x, y equals to e to the power thrice x, y equals to e to the power 4x. So when we sketch this, we are basically going to sketch the same picture as e to the power x. So in sketching, y equals to e to the power x would look the same as y equals to e to the power x. So don't bother about trying to show this in sketching. So when we have e to the power 2x, then this is e to the power thrice x, then this is e to the power 4x. What happens? It straightens a bit, it becomes straighter, but when we sketch it, it is not possible to show this slight change. So we're going to stick to the sketch of y equals to e to the power x. In case of a coefficient being multiplied like this, y equals to any number e to the power x, what happens? The picture passes through that number. So that means previously it passed through 1, now it would pass through a. So when we have y equals to 2 e to the power x, it's going to be, it passes through 2. When we have y equals to 3 to the power x, it's going to pass through 3. And this is what happens. So it doesn't really matter if you have a coefficient in front of x, but if you have a coefficient in front of e to the power x, then it would pass through that number. So if you have y equals to 3 e to the power 5x, don't bother about the e to the power 5x. It's going to be exactly the same as e to the power x. So you sketch it as you would sketch y equals to 3 e to the power x. This 5 cannot be clearly shown in the sketch. So what you do is you sketch e to the power x the same way, but it passes through the point 3 instead of 1. So when we have 2 in front of e to the power x, it passes through 2. Then when we have 3 in front of e to the power x, it passes through 3. The asymptote is the same, everything else is same, it's just passing through that point. Then if we have 4 e to the power x, it passes through the point 4. Y equals to 4 e to the power minus x. This one is going to be, first of all, this 2, the coefficient in front of x, this really does not matter, but what it matters is e to the power minus x. So remember, the sketch is e to the power minus x. It means it's going to be reflection on the y-axis. So e to the power minus x looks like this. We cannot sketch e to the power minus 2x because it's difficult to show that on a sketch. So we just write e to the power minus x is this, and then previously it would have passed through 1, but when we have a coefficient in front of e to the power x, it passes through that number. So this is going to be 4. Always remember to give the y-axis, the x-axis, and the origin.